Hey, what's up, movie champs? We're back again with a quick review on Onward. Onward is starring Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. Tom Holland is playing Ian Lightfoot, and Chris Pratt is playing Barley Lightfoot. They're two brothers. So basically, in this world, they have magic and witches and everything. But that time has passed and went to more modern days with electricity and cars. So everybody really forgot the old ways. So Ian's dad, he passed away when he was even before he was born, but his dad did leave him a special staff to grant them one full day to see their dad. But something happens, of course. He's seen in the trailers that the crystal was destroyed that they used to bring the dad back and had to go on a quest to find it. And basically, you had Chris Pratt playing Barley Lightfoot, Ian's big brother, trying to show him the ways, and a lot of things happen. And I just want to say this movie it's a really good movie by Pixar. It's a movie that shows them family, brothers, and it can tug on the heartstrings. Now, this movie isn't like gut busting funny, not whirlwind of laughter. It's just a really good, family friendly movie with a lot of emotion, a lot of heart in this movie. I kind of did wish there was more laughter, more uplifting, more funny, but other than that, I enjoyed the movie all around. Movie is not slow. It has a lot of hijinks, a lot of funniness in the movie, and I enjoy that. But the one core about this movie is basically Ian and Barley and how they know they're brothers. They're brothers as you watch the movie, but you can tell, of course, they don't seem like they're close brothers. And this movie shows them as they go on their journey about learning more about each other and where they're coming from, and as they search for a new crystal for the dad to bring it back for one day, so Ian can finally meet him. Now, in the movie, you have the mother. Basically, she finds out that they're on this quest, and she gotta find them. I like that because you just don't have their just one story. You have multiple stories in this movie. I'm not gonna say too much of it because I don't want to ruin everybody. I think everyone will enjoy this movie because it's just a fun movie, but it's a heartwarming movie. Basically, Ian, played by Tom Holland, he's kind of quiet, he's timid. He really don't try to speak up for himself, of course. As we learn, he'll get better. But the way that he learns to get better at it, to speak up and have a voice, I like how they showed that, and that was the really good part about it. And also showed another half of Barley. Barley's normally the laid back guy. He's not going to school. He's trying to find himself. He's into like board games, things like that. But you see another side of him in this movie, and you really enjoyed that. This movie has its ups and it has its downs, where it brings you back to realization of what they're looking for. Basically, this movie is also really to understand that sometimes we don't even need technology to really find ourselves or enjoy ourselves. Sometimes we need to put the technology down, of course. But all in all, this movie is really good. It has a lot of good voice characters in this movie. You have Octavia Spencer playing a character. I'm not gonna tell what character she's playing. You gotta find out for yourself. That's a fun character. It made me smile. Like I said, this movie doesn't have a lot of butt gusting laugh like in this movie. Pixar movie. This movie is a little more somber, a little bit more like I said, heartwarming. It's gonna tug you by the heartstrings. But like I said, this movie is good. Now, some parts movie might slow down just a little bit, but not that much. I wish this movie had a little bit more laughter, a little more upbeat. I know they were going for trying to find going to see their dad one more time, but I feel like they should have put even more something more funny, more laughter. I didn't get that much from this movie as you get from a Pixar movie. I say that they tried, but it didn't hit as hard enough for me, and that's a little down in the movie. But all in all, the CGI, the animation, of course, from Pixar, it is beautiful. Even I went to my little girl. I was like, just sit back and just look the whole landscape. Like you're really looking at like a wilderness, a forest, a mountain, all that. Hands down, beautiful. And I'm not surprised with Pixar. But like I said before, it goes down because it's not enough laughter in this movie, not enough uplifting in this movie to balance the emotion in this movie, because the emotion in this movie, it gets heavy a lot of times in this movie. I just wish something else would pick it back up. And when it tried, it did, but it didn't, and also did not, because it didn't hit hard enough. Because when it came in good, like, okay, it's funny, but it went right back to emotions, which that's not a bad thing, but you want a good balance in a movie for being funny and being emotional, just having the heart. So you want that balance, but this movie didn't have that balance. You get more of the emotionalness and the sadness. You get the funny right here, which it's not, to me. It could be here and it wasn't there, but that doesn't make it a bad movie. Just sometimes it was unbalanced movie. But other than that, I think the kids will enjoy this movie. It's fun. Adults will enjoy this movie. And I think this is a heartwarming movie. Everyone will go see. Not one of the best Pixar movies, in my opinion, that come out, but a good movie all in all. I give this movie a 3.5 because such unbalancedness of how they were trying to portray each character and not giving enough of us to take back of the emotionalness what they're looking for and kind of balance it out, give us a little bit more of the family stories, things like that. I think that would have helped out a lot in this movie. A little bit more of each person's past. You don't get enough of that. If they showed more of the past of the kids that are growing up and more of the funniness and things like that, I think it would have elevated the movie a little bit more. But like I said, this movie is not a bad movie. It's an unbalanced movie, and I wish it had a little bit more in this to balance out the emotion, the sadness, with more funny in this movie. And I think this movie would have been elevated itself a little bit more. But all in all, go see this movie. Like I said, you will enjoy it for what it is, what the message is giving you, and you'll have fun with it. If you've seen this movie, leave a comment, subscribe, share, and like. And until then, we'll be champs. Next review.